So things got a little hairy on the last episode, didn't they? Yeah, paint didn't match. Still don't have our suspension. We decided to send Alex off to Montana to get it. Dude's ghosted us. Won't return our phone calls. We have no idea where he's at, what he's doing, or who he's doing it with. Maybe out there getting a big old fat juicy steak. I hope he didn't put my truck in the ditch. I want it back. So stay tuned, find out what happens.
Hey guys, Alex from Maxlider here at MJR Industries. I'm gonna take you through the front, show you just some of the things that we've done. So it is a fully custom design, heated all custom bracketry. See this? Yeah. It's got Reed Racing, 6 bolt spindle knuckles on it. Huge wishbone running right down the center, down here to the top of the housing. Gotta have coilovers. That's part of it on a truck like this. Can't wait to get this back to the guys so they can slap it on the truck.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Eric from Maxlider Brothers Customs, and it is a big day for the 4-door. Alex has literally been driving for 5 days straight. He's tired. We're praying that he makes it here today because we got 61 days before SEMA starts, and this thing has to get on the road, and it's got to drive into the convention center.
But I've been driving all night and I gotta pee, so you guys can deal with it from here.
Go pee.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet. Open this thing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's get that out, Rick.
Oh my God.
Any food?
Hey.
Woo! Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
So we're excited to see Alex back safely after being on the road for 3,000 miles. Chris tells me that the suspension's all good, but I'm calling shenanigans because I see both he and cousin Rick underneath the 4-door Bronco, and they look worried.
Okay, so my initial thought and my initial worry that the wishbone was going to be in the way of the drive shaft was correct. So basically this is what's going on. So you have the output shaft for your transfer case right here, right? And then you got your drive shaft that comes through here. Okay, so there's your angle. Well, our wishbone is going to run pretty close to that. It's basically going to run like that. But the mount for the wishbone, well, right now it is right there between the frame rails. So we cannot change this angle at all because it also runs along in correlation with the bottom bars. So what we need to do is figure out a way to get the drive shaft fast. Through hours of thought, basically this is what we ended up doing, because here's our mount exactly for the wishbone, but this is the bar that gets welded to the frame. We ended up taking it, moving it up here, welding it. Now we have room for the drive shaft to come through. So what does that mean? Well, first off, it means we're gonna be doing donuts. The next thing it means is I have time to now just make hieroglyphics and stuff. So that's a sailboat, and later.
We've had a ton of backorder parts throughout this build that have slowed us down, and the wheels were no different. Luckily, we just found the last 5 20 by 12 inch fuel wheels that would fit perfect on this Bronco. They just arrived, and as you can imagine, they don't match either. So the Hoff is taking the centers out of the barrels so that we can go to the powder coater and try to find a color that matches just perfect on this build. When they return, we'll bolt them back in, we'll get them on the vehicle, and praying that we're gonna have the perfect match.
So Willwood brakes, well, they were a late addition to the build. We've normally done their 15 and 16 inch wheel brakes, but we knew on the 4-door we had to go big. So that means we need to do bigger brakes. These are a little bit different from the other ones, but Rick, he's got it handled.
When you're building the baddest Bronco ever created, everything has to be custom, and that includes all the interior. Derek's behind me building
some really cool custom enclosures for the stereo system, because all the stuff inside the Bronco has to look as good as everything outside the Bronco. And when it came to the stereo system, we knew we needed something that sounded great, but was also water resistant. You see, there's not gonna be a top on this Bronco, and there's a chance our customer can get caught in the elements. That's when the fine folks at Wet Sounds approached us with the perfect components. They've got a marine grade line that you can get wet and still sounds awesome. So it's starting to come together and it looks incredible. We're cutting, we're trimming, and we're building. Time's a wasted. So there's a lot of energy in the shop today because we are in the home stretch. Things are really starting to take shape as this Bronco build gets close to SEMA 2017. We got 1 million miles of wiring to run on this Bronco, and so Derek and Chris are busy doing that. And you're gonna see body panels go on this vehicle. If Big Sexy stops messing around, we're gonna hang the doors. But my favorite part is when we finally put the grille on the vehicle. At that point, you can really see what the Bronco is gonna look like, and that vision finally becomes a reality. It's getting pretty exciting because I think we're gonna make it to SEMA.
Getting the accent tape pinstripe on, yeah, for the SEMA show. We're just putting it on at random. We got this and the yellow down there, so we thought it'd go good with it. So, no, actually, we're putting the tape on here to get ready to cut the fenders out for the flares, so we don't screw nothing up, and mark them out across here. Come back across with air saw. Bing, bang, boom. Hopefully everything works out good.
Now, you never want to have a major design change this late in the game, but it's exactly what's happening. Chris and I took a step back and looked at this Bronco, and something wasn't adding up. So we did what we normally do. We let our social media followers vote on it. And the verdict is in. We are going to cut the rear quarter panels and front fenders of this Bronco and add fender flares. On something this expensive and with stakes this high, Little Sexy really has to nail it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I probably should go make sure he's mentally prepared. Let's go. And I probably should put this on social media too. Little Sexy. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Eric from Maxlider Brothers Customs, and I'm standing here with Little Sexy, and it's a big day because guess what? You voted, and we're gonna cut the four-door Bronco. What's that you got in your hand, man?
The saw.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am very ready.
So I hate to add pressure to this, but, and I know you've done it a million times, but if you don't get this right, we don't go to SEMA.
Yeah. I had a lot of coffee today, so I'm good.
Oh boy.
I got this.
All right, stay tuned. We're gonna see how this goes. Hey, don't do that.
When it came to the interior for the four-door, we knew we only had one option, and that's Kent from Twin City Upholstery. He always delivers for us on time. He gives us a great product. Always, his attention to detail is perfect. It's along lines with what we are looking for our truck and all of our trucks. So that's who we knew we had to go through when we started this build, and that's who we went with.
Now, car fanatics would say that the rubber usually makes the vehicle, and when it comes to the tires that we're gonna put on our four-door Bronco, there's only one choice, and that's BF Goodrich. We've been lifelong fans of that brand since we were kids, and now we put them on all of our Broncos. The four-door Bronco, just the same. Keith Towers is here today visiting the shop so we can show him our build, and we're excited to have their KO2 mud terrain tires on this vehicle. It's gonna look tough, and it's gonna act tough.
So the Bronco's done. In a couple days, gets on a trailer, heads out west of Vegas. But the last detail, well, it's in the detail. Not only did Mark get us a lot of sponsors for this truck and this build, we're also leaving him the responsibility of detailing it. So he's out there working his tail off, doing a great job, and sweating a lot.
Unbelievable what the guys did with this. I am honored to be able to just be a part of it, just to be able to wipe this bad boy down. It's an honor, absolutely.
Coming? Put your phone down.
Yeah, hang
Go.
on. Hey, you guys aren't gonna wanna miss this. Let's fire this bad boy for the first time. Gather in. Hey, so check this out. We're gonna fire this thing for the first time and we're gonna do it live. We might as well let everybody share in our success or failure. So.
No, success.
Success, okay, all right. I'm nervous, are you nervous? Here we go. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Eric from Maxlider Brothers Customs. Chris is in the four-door Bronco and we are plumb out of time. It's time for SEMA 2017. We gotta get on the road and we're gonna fire the four-door for the first time and you're gonna participate. So are you ready? Hey guys, are you ready? Yeah! Oh boy. On the count of three, here we go. 1, 2, 3.